Green Bay Packers snapped the Seahawks 4-game win streak with an emphatic 30-13 win. Let's get to the video.
But it stinks, you know. I thought, just in general, you got to give Green Bay a lot of credit. I thought they out-coached us. We didn't have a good enough plan in all three phases. I'm responsible for that, and then frankly, we didn't play good enough. Didn't do the things we've been doing that have won us games. We didn't do those things. We can rattle those off if you want, but just told the team, hey, like, good news is everything that all of our goals are still ahead of us, and we'll go back to work tomorrow. So we'll watch the tape and attack the heck out of it like we've done the rest of the season, and move forward, and get ready for a good Vikings team coming in here, and let's go. So got a lot of football ahead of us. All of our goals are right there. So we got to learn from it, which we will, and move on. I'll tell you this. I mean, this guy, probably the toughest player I've ever been around, was severe enough for him not to come back in the game. We'll do all the tests tomorrow and kind of figure it out as we go. Right now, just structurally, it looks like it's okay, but we got to get it imaged and all that stuff. Really up until the touchdown throw that 4 minutes to 87, which is a heck of a throw and catch. We had opportunities to get back in the game. I think we got down to 10 points and had a couple possessions on offense to get it to a one-score game, and we ended up turning it over and gave up the touchdown, and that was it. But our guys fought their tails off. Coaches were fighting like heck on the sideline, making adjustments. Our guys are in tune with, figuring out how they're attacking us and trying to come up with some solutions. So our guys, our guys are really going to fight, to the very end.
I think my team and Coach Grubbs and everybody has, the trust in me to go make plays. So, and help the team win the game. So how many balls that takes, I feel like, I'm willing and able to, get it done.
It's the second straight week with a sudden change touchdown for you guys. You had the score last week. Today was that. What's key in those situations, taking advantage of a takeaway?
Oh, I mean, it's a must. Get the ball in the territory that we like, and finish the job. We preached that, throughout the whole week, and you saw it last week, saw it this week. Wish we could have.
They just ran the ball. Didn't do anything different. They just ran the ball a lot. That's pretty much.
And what is it about the way they run the ball that's difficult to stop?
There's nothing to do. He's got to just play ball. Stop the run. That's all.
I mean, obviously disappointing loss after, you win 4 in a row. How much do you take a look at this one and then, get rid of it because the Vikings, the NFL, right? There's another team coming next week. How much do you stay here and then get ready this week?
It's a new opportunity and another week to get better.
And then last one. In the second half, you guys did make some adjustments. What worked a little bit there? You got a fumble, and then you held them to a couple of field goals until the last touchdown. What was working?
I don't know. Wherever the play call, coach calls, we just have to execute and just keep playing.
Yeah, I think we just got to come out and execute even better. Obviously, we just started slowing both sides, but I think the defense gave us a great shot towards the end of the game. So, on the offensive side, we just got to be able to take those, just be able to execute from there, to be honest.
Were they showing something differently than maybe you kind of have seen in the past couple weeks? Obviously, you came off a really great game last week.
Yeah, no, I don't think they were showing anything different. We knew what they were going to do. We just got to execute and do our jobs.
On the needing to execute, is that just a mindset to get ready right when the whistle goes? It took you guys a while to get going. Is that what has to improve?
We got a big emphasis going into this week. We're starting fast, and we couldn't get it done. So we just got to keep working on that and get better.
You had 2 changes. Obviously, Olu goes down. How does that change, if anything, in terms of the front line? It's next man up, obviously, but how does that change it when Olu went down?
Yeah, I mean, still have full confidence in Jalen. I think he came in and did a great job, but we just gotta get better as a unit.
And then Geno goes down. Obviously, that changes a few things. What did that change as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously love Geno. I mean, I think we just got to do better for Sam all around. So
How long do you sit with this game? Just because, I mean, the Vikings are coming. How long do you sit with this loss here? 24 hours and then you move on? Or, I mean, what's that process for you to get ready for practice on Tuesday after a loss like this?
yeah, I mean, we're just gonna come in tomorrow. We got meetings, so go over the film, do our corrections, and then move on to the next game.
I'm gonna say we just didn't play up to our standard, and I really just say I put it on us more than them.
What is it about their run scheme? I mean, they're such a good running team.
I feel like they ain't really showing us nothing we haven't seen. Or just dressing up a different way, try to play with your eyes more than what you need to see. So I'd say just stay healthy. We should be good.
I know the offense needed to start fast. The defense as well. Was there a sense that you all had to start fast or not? Or?
Yeah, defense like getting on the field first just to set the tone, and we just didn't do that game. And I think that just gave the offense the same type of energy.
And then, but, you know, I know you didn't win the game, but second half you made some adjustments. You only got one touchdown. You held them to some field goals. What were some of those subtle changes you all made?
Nah, I feel like defense just woke up as a whole and just started playing to how we've been playing the last couple of weeks. I just feel like we just took too long to do that, and that's the result of the game was.
And then lastly, how long do you stay with this? 4-game win streak snap, but Vikings come in here next week and they don't care what you did. They're ready to play. How do you prepare for that?
I just feel like once 1 o'clock hit the night or 12 o'clock, we got to put this game behind and start preparing for the next game. Just try not to dwell on this game for too long.
You know, expecting, not that they weren't going to motion, but just they did a lot of motion today, a lot of trickery with our eyes as linebackers, as DBs in the back end. So credit to them, they came out, they won the game, they executed their game plan, and we did it.
Just to clarify, I mean, they're a pretty heavy motion team, right? Was it just different types?
Yeah, it was a little different motions. Different motions in regards to, like, you know, how they were trying to just trick our eyes. Yeah, we knew they were going to motion, but there's so many ways you could do it and how they were able to do certain things. So that was early on, and then we were able to get it corrected.
How much do you put into the second half effort then and finding a way to clean things up and play a little bit stronger defensively in that half? Or is it a trailing coming from behind, you don't put so much in it?
We'll just have to go back and look at the film. I just want us to start faster, so it starts with me. And then when I get going, everybody else will get it rolling.
To start fast, is that a mental thing in terms of the defense, or?
Yeah, it's mental, it's physical, it's how the game's going, how the game's flowing. But yeah, we just gotta be better.
You mentioned playoff mentality. Leonard mentioned that a couple weeks ago too, that you guys pretty much at that point were already in it, but you've got 3 games now and you're tied with the Rams essentially. So
Right.
how does that change things? Is it just more pressure on you internally, or?
I don't think it's ever been pressure. I mean, we know what type of team we are. We know what the goal is and what we're trying to accomplish. Us saying this playoff ball is just putting emphasis on what we said earlier in the year that we wanted to get done. That's, you know, win the division, go into the playoffs, get a home playoff game, 1 or 2 or whatever the case may be, and you know, you see what happens in the playoff. But there's no pressure. We just got to go out and play better and execute better.
All right, so there you go. You heard from head coach Mike McDonald, Ernest Jones, Tyrese Knight, Zach Charbonnet, Jackson Smith, the Jigba. And let me start with this. The injury report, that is what Mike McDonald told us in the post-game interview. He said Geno Smith did not suffer structural damage on his knee, and they're going to have tests, and that's when they will know. Same thing with center Olu Oluwatimi. And then in terms of the game itself, the game, the effort by the Seahawks just wasn't good enough. To a man, they talked about that, and you heard them talk just in terms of, you know what, this is one of those stinker of a games. The defense allowed the Packers to score on all 4 of their first half possessions, and then they made some adjustments in the second half and then allowed the Packers just 10 second half points and also got a fumble in which that was turned into a touchdown. The offense, not as much. I mean, just in terms of, you know, the offense struggled, sputtered, and, you know, there was 5 punts and 2 interceptions. And the O-line gave up 7 sacks, and then 2 interceptions, one by Geno Smith and also one by Sam Howell. This was just a game where the offense just, you know, line was not good enough. They were inconsistent, the self-inflicted wounds, the penalties, and they were unable to get out of their blocks and do something that they did last game against the Cardinals. It was dominate, the opposing defensive line, and they just couldn't do it. And again, to a man, the Seahawks said, this effort wasn't good enough, and they have to get right, and they have to get right very, very quickly, because a week from today, the 11-2 Minnesota Vikings roll in here, and oh, by the way, the Vikings on a 6-game win streak. So the Seahawks are to continue this run for the playoffs, and to try to take the NFC West Division, they got to get right quickly. From Lumen Field in Masvita, I'm Masvita Mara area for the CascadiaSports.net report. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing.